Okay, before we get into a new episode, I have to call you out, Trey, on last week. Your unsolicited advice was about not killing spiders, and I cannot believe I forgot to call you out on that time that you were staying in my house, and at about midnight, you called me from the guest room to ask me to come deal with a spider that was in your bathroom.
First of all,
I can't.
that spider was charging me. It was protecting its babies and it was bucking at me.
Okay. Well, it had to be addressed. It was
Yeah, and this is
the
also
spider
me
elephant in the room.
talking to Devon this week. Immediately kills a spider on FaceTime with me. I was like, "Didn't you listen to our podcast?"
Didn't you take my
But another
unsolicited
one,
advice?
there's another one living in my bathroom, and I let her be. Like she is my like a roommate, so I took your advice there. But the
Okay.
one that was in my bedroom, no. Sorry, you don't get to like be in my bed with me. Hi, I'm Dev, the oldest.
I'm Trey, the middle child.
And I'm Nick, the youngest.
Must like boys.
Like or like?
Oh, he's already interrupting.
Must Like Boys is a podcast by us, the Peas. We're three siblings with a last name you'll never spell right and opinions you didn't ask for.
We live in 3 different time zones, have 3 different zodiac signs, but one thing we have in common is we all like boys.
Each episode we bring 3 mystery topics to the table. Pop culture, politics, pride, parenting, psychology, basically anything with a pulse.
Yeah, guys, I'm not going to overthink it.
So here we go. Okay, some new news since we last spoke, which is that we got a landline telephone.
So your Wi-Fi is
Why?
fixed? What?
No, like we got a phone, like an old school phone with a cord that is sitting on the counter with its own phone number for the
Why?
kids to use.
Okay,
I
so
was
you
inspired by this article that I saw online. And funny enough, I sent it to my best friend. She was like, "Oh, I already saw this." And she's thinking about getting one too. But like, yeah, got a landline phone so that the kids can call their friends so that they can be a bit more independent. Instead of usually what happens today is they're like, "Hey, can you text so and so's mom and ask them blah, blah, blah? Like, can you text my friend's parents?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And also, I'm not willing to get them smartphones. Not happening till high school. And so yeah, so the like to buy some time, I got a landline phone and they now can call, like they called mom and dad and they like had a conversation with them. Dad called the house and like he'll talk to them on
Is
it.
it
So
dial to
Well,
we're gonna try it
Australia?
out. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta check if there's long distance.
I was reading something about giving kids autonomy, which helps them like with their emotional regulation and just like later in life, because if you just do everything for them, they're never going to know how to do things or have the confidence to discover that they can do new things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I subscribe to that. Okay, so my topic for this week, since kids are starting back to school very soon, I want to talk about bullying. So, when you're in school, did you have a bully? Were you a bully? It's coming up for me also because one of the classes I'm taking, and for context, I am enrolled in a master's program for school counseling. And one of the chapters that we just went through was about bullying and cyberbullying. And I thought it'd be an interesting topic. And I also brought a couple stats. So, first question for y'all, what age group would you think is bullying most common among?
middle school? So like
Adults.
11 through... Oh, you're
Middle
going
school
young.
is the appropriate answer. Grades 6 through 12, what percentage report being bullied at school?
78.
60.
Okay, not that high. It actually is 20%.
Oh.
Oh,
Y'all went big.
I just assumed
That was from
everyone was bullied because I was bullied.
So
interestingly, During the pandemic, from like 2020 to 2021, Google searches for cyberbullying dropped 27%, even though people were spending way more time online. And the cyberbullying factor is just such a different part to wrap my head around. Like, I mean, when I was in high school is when AIM was a thing and, chat rooms were new. So think about cyberbullying today as that exists is like just such a different
Wait, let
world.
me see if I got this right. Cyberbullying went down during the pandemic when we were locked down?
Yeah. Or at
That's the
least
correlation.
searches for it. This is going based on like
So
Google
so
searches for help with
but
cyberbullying.
more people being online, since it was like kind of everyone's town square for that period of time, created less cyberbullying.
Yes. Basically, during the pandemic, online searches for cyberbullying dropped. So what they're inferring from that is, hey, there's less cyberbullying happening because like people aren't online searching for cyberbullying as much as they were pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I have recently become such a commenter on Instagram. Like
Same.
I'm excited to go into the comment section, but I don't bully. I just like it's mostly about Gaga to no one's surprise. But sometimes people will bully me about it and say something really nasty back or like that was a stupid comment or whatever. And like it kind of sends me into I don't want to admit that it sends me into a spiral, but then it really like one person does. And I'm
But
like, I don't even know that person. I don't even know who
half of
they
those things
are.
are bots. Half of those are bots. You might just be arguing with a bot. That's why you should never really take anything too seriously online.
Like the thing about cyberbullying also, this was apart from my textbook, which I was like, okay, this is interesting to think about the psychology of it, was saying how it allows students to inflict pain without being forced to see the effect of bullying on the victim.
That's
So it's like, yeah,
worse.
you remove that requirement to kind of witness the pain that you're causing, right?
Yeah, you can have no
Which just takes
empathy
it to a
for it,
whole
right?
other level. Yeah, exactly.
Or compassion, whichever.
Um, okay, one last question around this, and then I want to hear your stories about bullying. Is LGBTQ students? It's from a 2019 study. What percentage do you think report verbal harassment because of sexual orientation, gender expression, or gender identity?
I'm gonna go with my 78% I said earlier.
Is this like of out kids? People identify as being out?
It didn't say, actually. Good
Uh,
question. I don't know.
um, yeah, I would say 45%.
81%.
Oh, God.
I was
So,
close.
so with that, I want to hear bullying stories, and
Like
I can,
just school bullies, or
I
do I talk about Trey as well?
yeah. How much did I bully you? Who
Yeah,
bullied you the most?
my first bully was Devon. Devon.
No, that Trey was definitely the bigger bully.
No, you with
I
that.
had to put
I
my
could be a
anger
scam.
somewhere.
So I'll give a short example on both sides. One when I was in elementary school, I remember it was one of those things that like started off as a joke, and I thought it was a joke, and then it became not a joke, and then I felt bad. I remember I was probably in like second or third grade, and there was this little girl who we were like pretending we were allergic to her, like we were like
Aw.
sneezing when she came around. And we like were laughing and thought it was funny, but then she got really upset and then she started crying. And so when I think about bullying, I'm always like, oh my God, like that was a really asshole thing to do. So I don't know. Beth, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Sorry I pretended to be allergic to
We're
you.
sorry, Beth. We hope your mental health is
And
okay.
I know, right? And then high school, I was a super shy, introverted ninth grader who was very new in the school district. So homecoming was like every day there's a different theme and people dress up. So there's 70s day and everyone dresses in 70s stuff. And then there's tacky day and people dressed it like I wasn't in that mode of my life and I was not participating in any of these things. And I will never forget this girl walked up to me on tacky day and grabbed my shirt and said, "Oh my God, did you dress up for tacky day?" And walked off. And I like that memory is still
That
like
Like she
seared
that is
into
grabbed
my
you.
grabbed the arm of my shirt and was like, "Did you dress up for tacky
That is
day?"
such
And I
a
was like,
Mean Girls moment. Like, oh my God,
"Yeah." Like
vintage.
I felt like I was about, 2 inches tall in that moment.
Oh.
And it still stings a little bit. Yeah, so fuck you, Julia, if you're listening to this.
I mean, I had Tourette's as a child, so you can imagine how hard that would be with other children. Um, yeah, I had a lot of bullies. Chris was one of them. He was a bad one. Fuck you, Chris.
Yeah, fuck you, Chris.
Honestly, I feel like I've blocked most of it out. Like, people would mock me incessantly. I had verbal Tourette's. It wasn't like I was cursing or anything, but I'd be making noises. And people would just be mocking it. And like, I just learned how to dissociate, like I just pretended things like it was, yeah, it's pretty rough, but I
I
eventually
mean,
got through it.
I will take credit that I did bully you, but I don't think I ever bullied you about your Tourette's.
No, you, you didn't. It was actually kind of nice because it was something I didn't have to really deal with when I was home because
Yeah.
everyone was pretty great about it in the neighborhood.
I mean, the phase that you would take 3 steps forward and 1 step back was
Gosh,
very difficult. That
it
was
took me
probably
like,
the height.
yeah, it took me like an hour to walk 5 minutes or something from one house. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And also I was bullied, but not for Tourette's, just I think for being gay and weak. But that definitely started as early as I would say 4th grade.
I
I
wouldn't say
remember
weak. I would say sensitive. I think you were more.
I was sensitive. Yeah, I mean I was. But I think that just showed. And I mean I remember this one kid, Michael St. James. If you're listening, Michael St. James, fuck you. He would just
Fuck
punch
you,
me in the
Michael.
stomach. Like
Oh my God.
unwarranted. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to like hit him back because I didn't feel comfortable with it. And I remember like telling dad about it. And he was like, if someone punches you, you like beat the crap out of him. And being 9 years old, I was just like, that doesn't feel right to me though. I didn't have the tools to know what to do, but fighting back definitely wasn't one of them. But yeah, bullying definitely
Wait,
went
was this
throughout middle school.
before or after we started karate?
Before we started karate when I was in 6th grade. This was in
Okay,
fourth.
so you didn't
But
know how to throw a
even, I
punch
mean,
yet.
in middle school, it got worse. Like people would just call me gay Trey. They would like throw things at me in art class and like snicker from the side of the room. Like I was definitely
I didn't
laughed at in
know
like the
that.
gym.
I didn't
Oh
know that
yeah.
You didn't
either.
tell us that.
Well, what was I
Why
supposed to
would you?
say?
I
Like
mean,
I'm
yeah,
being,
that's.
that makes
But
me look worse.
I
I don't
didn't.
know.
I did not know you were going to school, being bullied, and then coming home and probably taking out some of the aggression on me. Like,
Mm.
Yeah.
I didn't like. It makes more sense now to be like, oh,
Like
you had it as bad as I did. Probably, like, I mean, in different ways, but
I mean, I went to public school. Like I probably had a I don't want to compare our our bully experiences, but Roswell was not a kind place for me. Like I remember in
Mm.
9th grade, I would carry around a little pocket angel that mom gave me that was said
remember
like
that.
be safe, and I would just hold my hand in my pocket and squeeze it in between classes to make sure like no one would like hit me or say something to me, because I was like, please just like protect me as I'm going from class to class.
Mm.
I mean, looking back, it's actually really sad. But no, I mean, Devon and I have shared this experience. Like, we hated high school.
Yeah, high
It
school's the
was,
worst.
and on top of that, being gay was just, it was not great.
You weren't out until mid-college, right? But that was among us. Is that different at school, or were people just guessing and making fun of you?
I mean, the bullying kind of stopped when I was in like 11th grade. I think I kind of found my niche. I like made a few friends. I didn't have friends before that. And I also started being
You got
like
a
kind of
girlfriend, right?
emo. I did get a girl, and that's fair. But I was also just like, I don't know. I was like into like punk bands and wearing like I kind of found my groove, and then people just like took that, and I think I had a more shaped image and they didn't really fuck with me as much. And the bullying stopped when I was in college that I remember, but I was miserable because I just wasn't out and I was masking it and drinking myself to oblivion to pretend I was straight and make out with girls.
Yeah. I mean, what the research shows is like middle school is the peak for bullying. And then as you go through high school, generally it does decrease with each year.
Yeah, that's horrible. I really like I truly have sweaty palms right now thinking about being in middle school and high school, and like as your kids are going through that, I want to like bubble wrap them and protect them at all costs.
Yeah.
So we had a few comments last week, people wanting to know our favorite childhood memories. It's a three-part question. One, favorite childhood memory that comes to your mind. Two, what's a bright spot in your everyday today? And three, what's something really embarrassing that happened this week that you can laugh about? I'll go first. Favorite childhood memory, I remember, and I think I've maybe told you guys this, but we were sitting outside of Dave and Buster's before we had moved to Atlanta. We were still living in New Hampshire, and we had flown down to see our new house in 1997. And I just remember me, you, and Nick were sitting outside on like the sod in the parking lot. And I just remember the sun, it was like golden hour. And we were just sitting there like yapping while mom and dad were inside paying. And the grass was so green and so short and so beautiful. And I remember thinking like, we don't have this type of grass in New Hampshire. And the golden hour just was hitting so right. And I just remember being so happy and content because I was like, this is going to be our new life. And I was so happy about it.
Oh,
And I don't know why
I
that
don't
comes
remember.
to mind. It just like
Did we ever
I
go
had
into Dave and Buster's?
yeah, we went to Dave and Buster's that trip.
That is such an anti mom and dad move. Like that's probably
Yeah,
the only time we went to Dave and Buster's.
the one and only.
Yeah,
Um,
that's sweet.
I've
bright
never been.
spot in my days are this is so stupid and this is so live laugh love, but my first sip of coffee is always so good. It's the small joys that
Oh,
really just kind of like and I like will always like look at my dog and I'm like, ah, that's first sip feeling, Olive. Like I'll say something so stupid. Recently I've been trying when I'm on walks with my dog, I try to not bring my phone and just focus on the walk and on our training and on just being in fresh air and nothing about social media. So those are my two
and
bright
waving at your neighbors, right?
and waving at my neighbors. And an embarrassing thing that happened to me this week. This is- I shit my pants and I
Again?
also busted. Oh yeah, babe. And I was doing squats at CrossFit and I ripped my um, athletic shorts open.
Is this the same
At the same
story?
time, you shit your pants.
No, no, no. Those did
Oh
not happen at the
god.
same time, but within 48 hours of each other.
What is going on?
Please tell the
Well, I thought it was a
story.
fart.
Oh my, were you at home at least?
I was at a friend's house.
So what'd you do?
I changed.
Oh, wow. That takes the
This
cake. So I would say a favorite childhood memory would be when we were real small kids and we lived in the mountains in New Hampshire sledding. We had an epic hill in our backyard and a really long hill in front of our driveway. And our house was the last one on the road. That road just went forever downhill. And in the winter, when we get a ton of snow, we would sled for days. Like I can just remember having probably a very minor degree of frostbite, legitimately, but not wanting to come inside because we would be out there sledding just for a long, long time. The bitch of it was turning around and walking back up. Like try walking back up that was
Do
no
you
one's
do you
favorite,
remember
but
that one
the
year?
sledding riding
The one year it froze. It like rained and then froze over the snow, and it was just like a inch layer of ice over the snow. And Trey and I were
of
too
course. I
small to break the ice, so we slid down the hill and couldn't get back up.
We?
I did.
Oh,
I
that's not the
slid down
memory
into
I
that
was
little
thinking of.
gutter.
I was gonna say that's a definitely a solid childhood memory, but not a positive one because Trey went over the ice and then cut through it, and a chunk of ice like 2 inches thick almost took his eye out and
Well,
sliced his
that
eyebrow in half.
scar.
That was a different
Yeah.
time, but yeah, that did happen.
Well, still, the trauma of that was you were bleeding, and I had to try to walk up the icy hill, like screaming for mom the whole time. She was inside on the phone,
On the
inside on the
corded phone.
corded telephone. Yeah. Okay, what was the next question?
Bright in general, what's a bright spot?
Um, I've had a lot of school reading to do, but I've been trying when I can in little bits to sit outside on my back deck in the sun and read outside. And it's been like 90 plus degrees. I have a mister fan, like a battery operated misting fan. It's the best $40 I ever spent. That's my bright spot recently. Sitting out in the sun with a mister fan and pretending I'm in Hawaii, but it's definitely just Indiana.
I love that. And anything embarrassing that sticks out in the past week?
I'm sure there is. I can't really think of anything right now.
Did the kids do anything weird?
Oh, okay. So embarrassing, maybe not for me, but for my youngest kid who we were sitting at dinner tonight and she went to read the bottle of barbecue sauce that was labeled, she was saying government sauce, government sauce. And we were like, what are you talking about? And I turned it around and it said gourmet sauce.
That's
So
cute.
I took a picture and she was like, why are you taking that picture? I said, because it made me laugh so hard and I want to remember government sauce.
Yeah, favorite childhood memory. I don't know. I had a good memory of that ice day. um, but I think it was a different day than you broke your head open. But I remember being so exciting and I thought we were going to be stuck out in the wilderness for the rest of our lives and just have to live out there. And that was kind of exciting for me as a 5-year-old. I was like, woo, we're going to start a new life down here. Like, I don't know.
No bullies in the
No
woods.
bullies in the woods. Exactly. Something that brightens my day, I would say, I don't know. It's been really cold here and I've just been going to the gym and spending like 10, 15 minutes in the sauna. And it's just like where my brain shuts off and I can just like almost like meditate for however long. And it just feels really nice.
I love that.
Um, and embarrassing thing that happened this week, I was walking with all these groceries and I went and got tacos, and as I'm in the parking lot, the bag rips and the tacos just like spill out onto the drive or onto like the, cement and stuff. And I was just very embarrassed because I was just overwhelmed, had too much stuff, and it just was the straw on the camel's back. And this very, very sweet family picked up all of my stuff and were like, oh, we'll take it they like took it to the car with me. This like kid was probably 11. She had like 3 kids. And it just really warmed my heart and gave me faith in humanity that like people can still do, nice things for other people.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
You had a Kevin in Home Alone moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except he didn't have a nice Australian family to pick up his groceries.
I know. And I still ate the tacos. Might have gotten sick from them, but
Okay, so you're eating street tacos and no,
Quite
not even street
literally.
tacos. You're
Yeah.
you're eating you're eating
Street
parking
food
lot
given
tacos.
a whole new name.
Street tacos.
My topic. Okay, I'm gonna have to get ready for this one.
Oh God, is it about tariffs?
We're gonna talk about this is a segment called Mild Conspiracies. But actually, sorry,
yeah.
this one's too big
Okay,
because they're mild
for those
conspiracies.
okay, for the audio only, he's putting a tinfoil hat on his head that has what looks like a pig's tail made out of aluminum.
Wait, but we kind of like
Aluminium if you're in
over
Australia.
we kind of just overshadowed the fact that there were two hats and then there was a reveal.
Yeah,
There
the
was
bigger hat was too big, so I had to reveal the smaller one.
Well, he has multiple tinfoil hats.
Thank you for that.
Okay,
It's
love.
a RuPaul's Drag Race of tin hats.
Thank you. Thank you for the yes, it was a hat reveal. Thank you, Roxy Andrews, for that inspiration. Okay. So we are going to talk about some mild conspiracies. The first one, I'm going to talk about Frozen. There is a conspiracy that Frozen was created to stop people from Googling Walt Disney Frozen. Because people kept Googling, was Walt Disney cryogenically frozen? And now if you Google Walt Disney Frozen, the only thing that comes up is Frozen the movie. So the theory is that they created this entire movie genre to stop people from Googling that.
I love that. But is he frozen?
Well, now you can't Google it because Frozen comes up. All right. The next one is that Mattress Firm is a money laundering scam. Have you ever
that's
noticed
not a
that?
conspiracy. That's true.
Have you noticed that mattress firms, they're everywhere and you've never went into one? And this is probably was 20 years ago and they're still around.
Actually, I am.
The-
I've bought a mattress and mattress
I mean,
I meant like the elder millennial I am.
and were people like doing shitty things in the back? What was?
No, just my kids were running around jumping on mattresses. It was
Okay.
not a good scene.
But they're like everywhere. Okay, I looked in Indy. There's about 17 in the greater Indy area.
Yeah, nobody needs that many.
Like
mattresses.
it doesn't make sense. How many do you think in Austin?
35.
Yeah, there's like 30 I could find on Google. An average person buys a mattress every 7 to 10 years. Do we need that many mattresses? Also, like half of the mattress things have gone online. I feel like who's buying a mattress in person anymore? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
This is not going to be a good story, but a friend of mine, his dad, never mind. Basically, he was in that
Unclogged.
industry and he kind of like confirmed that it is a money laundering.
So you had a friend of a friend sort of say that it might be true?
Well, his dad was. I don't even
Okay.
know what money laundering actually means, but
It means you're making money in a tax-free way, something like drugs, and then you're trying to make it look like you paid tax on it. So you inflate the profits of a business to put dirty money into the economy.
We're gonna have an episode one time. It's like a unreleased, and it's just a mashup of Nick explaining things to Trey. What is diabetes? What is money laundering?
Okay. The next conspiracy is about Pitbull. That Pitbull actually has hair and he shaves it off. And possibly wears a bald cap.
That's so dumb.
There's photos. If you could Google this, there are photos of Pitbull with a full head of hair. Also,
why would anyone
there's
choose
also
to be bald?
because the theory continues. Pitbull is actually not one person, but multiple people. Because he doesn't age, and like his songs, he shows up everywhere.
That's true. Pitbull once did a free concert for the opening of the tower for the company I used to work for.
Yeah.
And then the next day he was back in Indiana.
No, I don't know. It was like
I feel like,
just on the street in San Francisco. I remember I was supposed to have a meeting with someone and she didn't show up, and her boss is like, she's at the Pitbull concert.
but I also feel
It's
like Pitbull has
like,
been to like multiple New Year's ball drops. Like he's like traveled to one and then went to the other one. But maybe it's just two people doing, you know?
Yeah, I've heard he's a good person. He like donates a lot of their money to like
Yeah.
charitable causes and like the like disaster
I
reliefs.
they're great people.
I
They
think
are.
no, that's that's the biggest shocking of the story, that I think Pitbull might be a good person. Like his music sounds so misogynistic, but I don't think there's any like sexual assault allegations against him. I mean, I haven't looked it up. Someone do that.
Okay, let's wrap up unsolicited advice for this week. I'll kick us off, and mine's short and simple. It's just use your blinker in a roundabout. Just use it in a roundabout. There's so
Whoa.
many. Use your blinker when you're
Yep.
exiting a roundabout. It's
I've
real.
never done
It's
that.
basic. Are you
Alex
offended
tells me
by
that all the
that?
time. You're supposed
I'm
to.
not offended. I just think America doesn't have the equipped knowledge and tools to know how to drive in
No one
roundabouts.
no one teaches you. I don't even
The
remember it
town
on
next
the permit test. Like I don't even think we
the town next to me is like legitimately, I think it's in like the Guinness Book of Records for number of roundabouts per square mile or something. There's so many. And when I have to drive over there
caramel.
for some things, the number of people that don't use their blinker in a roundabout is infuriating.
Are they double
Just
laned
use your blinker.
ones? They have double.
Some of them are.
Yeah,
Those are
those are
like
so confusing sometimes.
testing my capacity.
My unsolicited advice is when someone does ask you the very boring and mundane question of, hey, how are you? I usually try to make it an effort to say anything but I'm good or I'm well. And you would be surprised. My default is usually I'm fantastic. If I am good, right? I'm like, oh, I'm doing fantastically. I'm doing so well. Anytime you do something different than like I'm good, people are like, oh. It kind of like takes some like a little bit back, and they like kind of want to know more. And then you're like, how are you doing? And they're like, I'm also doing really well. It kind of sparks a little bit
What
more
if
joy between
what if
what
you're
if
not
what?
feeling the best? What if you're not feeling the best? What
I
would you
think you
say? Like
say
other than
I'm
fine,
a,
you know, like what?
I'm all right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we have to eliminate good.
Yeah.
Also,
It's also context dependent, right? Like if the cashier asks me how I'm doing, like how emotionally deep are they wanting that answer to be?
I think you can get like a vibe.
Yeah, like I don't
Like if
want to
you're at
like
Trader Joe's.
emotionally dump on the cashier at Trader Joe's.
I mean, but the cashier at Trader Joe's, if they ask me, how are you doing? I might say, I would be doing a whole lot better if you would babysit my kids right now. Like I've said
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah. I think when there's going to be a little bit of an exchange, it always helps when you answer any way besides I'm doing good or I'm doing well. And it should not be good. It should always be well, for the record.
Nick,
All
what's
right.
your advice for the week?
My advice is, I guess, advice suggestion. My suggestion is to go watch K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix.
You know, like their
Have
songs
you
are
guys seen
charting
this?
everywhere.
Oh, I know,
I
and I
have.
have some statistics if you guys are interested.
Wait, hold on. I am interested. I probably know a lot of them, but I thought it was a show. Is it a movie?
It's a movie. Yep,
Oh,
I
I
thought it was
want
a
it to be
show
a
too.
show.
It's going to have multiples. I think it's going to be turned into a series because it was that popular.
Yeah, the songs are like charting everywhere, which is kind of wild.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, K-pop Demon Hunters, it's like a story of, it's like really a story of accepting yourself, but it's very beautifully written, and it has like this, you know, like rich references to Korean history, and it's musical. It's basically right now it's number 8 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 for soundtracks. And to give you a reference, Wicked was number 2 for soundtracks in December 2024.
Wow.
So Your Idol and Golden are number 1 and 2 in the daily charts, dethroning actual K-pop band Blackpink and surpassing like BTS's top rankings. So it's like actually beating real K-pop bands.
No. But on Spotify, I have a song saved, and it is an actual like band.
They're fictional. They're fictional bands. It might say Shaja Boys, but that's a
Boys.
fictional band. That means Lion Boys.
Well, who says it's
in Korean.
fictional if they're because it's AI? Like, I'm confused.
No, that band is from the movie. Like the band was
But
in the
who-
movie, because there's multiple bands in the movie.
There's real humans singing.
Real humans singing fictional characters, singing fictional bands,
Okay. All right.
but they're amazing.
Well, hold on really quickly though. Speaking of shows or movies, have you guys watched The Hunting Wives on Netflix?
No, but they're pushing it hard. They want me to watch it.
You
No, put it on the list.
I'm about to watch the last 2 episodes tonight. That's why I have to go. I have to go watch it.
I keep seeing promos for it on Netflix. Like it's like the thing that they show me every time I log in. I'm like, I get it. We're going to start phone a friend episodes where you can shoot us a message, let us know you want to be part of it. You will basically join and you will get a 5-minute slot to bring your topic for the week in place of one of us. So we're going to be starting those.
Who are we kicking out?
No, I mean like the three of us will still be here, but we just won't get to bring a topic.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Whoever's
So, yeah.
whoever's
You just get a
friend it
break.
is. Whoever's
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
it is, they yeah.
Exactly. Phone a friend episodes.
I love it.
So let us know if you're interested and you want to join. Send us your conspiracy theories for the week.
Or if you guys
Send
want,
us your bullying stories.
if you want a handmade aluminum hat by Nick, just shoot us a DM and he'll happily make
Oh
you
yeah.
one.
They're all on
He'll make them
Etsy.
for free. Yeah, he'll make them for free. You just have to pay for shipping from Australia.
They come with a reveal.
All right. I love you guys.
All right, Trey's got to go watch Hunting Wives.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Talk to
Bye.
you next time.
Mwah.
Bye.
Music by Moer. Editing and design by Trey House.